What is up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Final Circle presented by Esports Arena. I'm your host, Tsquared, where we touch base on what's going on in Apex Esports every week and go in detail on what your week in Series E was. Now, what is Series E? It's an open invitational infrastructure, and it's a seasonal qualifier where teams have been playing all throughout September through 4 weeks and a little bit into October to qualify. Then there was a draft where they were partnered with 9 amazing partners. You'll see those partners on your screen, to go against 11 of the top Apex teams across the globe, 4 from Europe, 7 from North America. And they're going to be battling out for a 3-month span to see who is going to be on top when it's all said and done and be your Series E champion. You get paid monthly when you're on one of these partnered teams. You have opportunities to win every single week as well. And you're going to be swagged out with some partnership jerseys and also a lot of goodies to go with that one. We have this every week, and the schedule is simple. It's every Tuesday and Wednesday at 5 o'clock Pacific time. And then we have Series E at the same time on Thursday, 5 p.m. Pacific time as well. Make sure you join us for those. I'll be joined most of the time by Jet Set Jamerson. We do have some occasional appearances from the man, the myth, Daltouche as well. So it's a good time. Make sure you guys check it out. All right, so let's touch base on what happened on Tuesday. And keep in mind that you could participate in Series E on Tuesdays because this is open to the first 11 teams and it's free to enter. So you could win yourself some serious cash and also make a name for yourself throughout this entire time. And we did have a couple new names coming through towards the top of the leaderboard, which has been pretty impressive overall. But it was Team Razor taking first place when it was all said and done. Yeah, we did have some big hitters in there like Aim Assist. They didn't place inside the top 10, surprisingly. It was Team Crafting and Z Davis coming in second and scoring some cash. Right behind them was SIZ. Zach Mazer and his team was a late entry, and they still made it over towards the top 3. Team Rockstar tends to do better on Tuesdays than Wednesdays because they're contested by Cooler over towards Lava City. Not surprising to see them over towards the top 5. Really impressive performance, though, from MPL, Intel, and Pringles. We're going to talk to Pringles a little bit later at the end of Final Circle and see how they're feeling. What is up, everybody? Welcome to Series E. This is week 2 of the season qualifier presented by Esports Arena. Tsquared here with the man, the myth, the legend. It's Daltouche. What up, douche?
Very scary doing that, going outside all crazy like that. That was good bait and switch by Crummy and Pickett. One would take damage, one would fall back a heal, and they would just switch over and over again. They should have won the fight a little earlier. Shouldn't have overcommitted outside, but
Team Pringles has been just nasty with the rotations. I mean, they started off with the third party going over towards the sorting factory, immediately made their way over towards Geyser, and they're still alive. Also, they're going to be the final third party coming into this fight.
They're taking it slow. You don't want to rush into these fights right here. Big 77 pump on the Gibby, 33 cracking, and the knock. We might see a Wraith hiding behind a knockdown per usual. One gets knocked. It's a one-on-one. Team Pringles is the champion.
Team Rockstar, 24 points overall. They must have been getting a lot of kills throughout all of that as they gate-kept over towards that Lava City side. Yeah, and it is Team Pringles who won the previous game, and it's Pringles week, so we might as well start off with them.
We're hopping on board in this little hut up here. Getting some weak pumps off on the Watson, but does end up finishing the kill. Hitting the Daltouche damage there for a little bit with the 14-28 kind of vibes right there. Does get a pick, dropping down, trying to help out the teammate. Gets the thirst on the secondary down, and I believe the fight might be over. No, there might be one left. Up top, you see the peak coming in. Big 98 pump right there. And that is a clean wipe from Team Pringles. Yeah, and they've probably been on this side of the map, probably sitting in a house for a while, but they're going to swing on this last person on the team right there. Farm Blues gets taken out, and it was a solo sitting in the house by himself.
Team Rockstar taking over first place, almost doubling everybody in the lobby.
Game 1 and 2 were bangers, and you know games 3 through 8 are going to be bangers as well.
And now they're just playing it safe, clearing out the rats, checking their back, and they get rewarded finding one right there. That's not just a rat, he has a teammate somewhere. That's a free kill coming in for Team Razor.
Yeah, and they're going to look down here, assuming that.
But here comes the EMP. They're going to go and send it. I don't think it was able to pop off, and there goes a nice little fence triangle coming in from Bowser, but he gets ripped apart by Hakulo. That gets re-answered over there. One player alive. It's going to be a 1 versus 1. Who's going to take this one? It's Team Razor. It's Hakulo. It's Zara Tricky coming through. Number 4, back-to-back wins for Team Razor, and a nice team fight against 2 brains, 1 controller right there, douche.
Yeah, they are taking first place over Team Rockstar by 4 points. Team Pop-Tarts coming in at third with a decent gap between Razor and Team Pop-Tarts.
Game number 4, it's halftime, and Team Intel is the team that's playing directly below them. They already used their bubble, and they're going to set nice little 112 coming into Tempest. That's going to be Team Pop-Tart that just gets melted over there by Intel. Great shots coming in from Hill with this Mastiff. Rocking the red dot on that one. Interesting portal coming from Z Davis. He wants to get interested in this fight. They're going to go through 2 squads remaining. Perfect timing coming through, and Crafting taking first place. You probably agree with me here, Touche, that the most surprising team today has been Team Crafting, which is going to be Z Davis's team. Welcome to game number 5, Touche. Let's get into this one and see who's going to pop off here.
So 1v3, Zach pulled this off. Put him on Twitter. Race shield was broken before. Not sure if she got a bat off or not. Celos literally standing behind another player. The best rat I have ever seen. Go ahead. We got Amos Dracos coming in with a big grapple. This is a full commit from Team NPL as they push this team right here. Bubble going down. He getting a wide swing out. Big 112 pump on the Pathfinder. Results in getting the knock on Dracos. Gent taking out the solo rat. Ronnie taking out Design with the R9 spray. It's a 2v2, I believe. Ronnie taking out Jen as he tries to control her armor swap, and the NPL comes in with a huge push.
We're going into game number 6 over here.
2v1, I believe. This is going to be tough for him. No bolts on that EV either. Not very good. 40 flesh, 19 flesh. Does he get the knock? I don't know if he does. He's low, but he's doing a good job of staying alive and putting out damage. 42 flesh again. Gets the knock on Oso. Rated. He could win this. But Watson is 1 HP, 7. Ooh, it is a close fight right now. Clinical doing an amazing job of playing his life and keeping the height, trying to shoot through the fence, and he does. He clutches it up. It's the enemy Gibby bubble. I'm not sure if the enemy team's quartered away, but ooh, a big beam from Bird right there, about 140 on blue armor, laser beam with the controller, and they kind of forced themselves into this area with some solid shots and a great push, and now they're being able to climb up here. Not Child. Stunny with the thirst on Gent.
He's going to take the rock where Razor is, but instead it's going to be just non-stop action between Team Intel and Team Razor as they do a bubble push over towards this building. A couple of grenades are going to come in. No generators, so those are going to hit. The Mastiffs and the Peaks are just phenomenal coming in for Zeratricky. Intel didn't stand a chance. They didn't even lose HP on this.
Gibby ult coming down. Bubble going down. We see the red tags across the screen right there.
Wow.
Huge tags with the Gibby ult from Zeratricky right there. And I think maybe everyone's stunned. Hakilo going in with the PK. They're just standing watching the portal. It seems to be one team in the circle, and that's it. Where's the other team? They're coming in now. Hakilo very low. And I think SIZ, yes, they did. They won the game.
We got 2 games left, Touche. Who do you think's going to take this one?
Oof, I don't know. SIZ gaining momentum with every single game. He's hitting, and they're sprinting next to each other. Bubble going down. It's a race. Master shot, 88, 70. Go ahead, Tom. Go ahead.
I like the way both of these teams are playing. I mean, yeah, they're taking too long to rotate. They're all going to die. I wish that they would have just took the fight a little bit earlier, but Pringles, I feel like, did the right thing. You can't just leave that for free. It's going to have to be a big 120 plus coming in from Stink. That's not even possible anymore as Z Davis is going to rip them apart with the R301. There goes the Wraith Q, but looks like they're just trying to get out of the zone, maybe not give these guys any more KP. It doesn't matter, though. Crafting taking first place in that game. Game number 8. Let's go, Daltouche. How you feeling, man?
Last game, best game, Tom. You know what this had? I just ate some garlic parmesan fries. I adjusted my posture. I'm feeling real good. I'm hoping the players feel the same as me because I'm feeling cracked right now. And I don't know, Tom. They could be coming back.
They could be. They have to keep an eye out for Team Crafting because that's the team that they're trying to beat. They're also trying to take over where Team Razor's at. Meanwhile, another one of our partner teams is going to be Team Applejacks. Great massive shots followed up with some spicy wingman shots there for Lion. There goes a nice.
They're going to push red tags right there on the Eva. Peeking the bubble a little bit. Doesn't have shield. Teammate goes down. The Watching going to swing on the left side as Hill takes the battery behind. They're just playing on both sides of the bottom of this tower or leg to the tower. Hill throwing the ultimate. Not sure if that's going to be that great with the overshadowing leg of the tower right there. Hill kind of hitting himself with the ult maybe. Yep, he's hitting himself. He goes down to his own ult. And here comes E-Boy Ronnie with the PK. It's getting spicy. Someone's still up top, I believe. Yep, Castellos was up top the entire time. He goes down. And NPL looking for the last kid. Might not be a full team. Don't know what happened, but NPL is the winner.
And Team Razor, no strangers to being in first place. When it comes to the qualifiers, they were the team that placed the highest, 137 points over their span of playing, 90 today, so a great performance by them. On Wednesdays, the competition just heats up in Series E. That's when our 9 partner teams go against the 11 organizations that we have here. It's 7 teams from North America and 4 teams from Europe. And man, did the teams from Europe come through hot this time around. It was Luminosity looking so good, winning 2 of the first 3 games. TSM really picked it up towards the tail end. They dominated at the halftime mark, but it was LG and their consistency throughout the entire time. And there you see on your scoreboard, 3 of the top 5 teams, they're coming from the European side, and we're playing on the North American servers. And they're having some different time zone areas where they're playing into. This is late at night, early in the morning for these teams. So that's a very impressive performance coming in from Luminosity. Again, TSM, they just won the North American ALGS. So I'm really looking at these other teams from Europe to come through and continue to prove themselves over towards Series E. Again, you have Team Intel from our partner teams this week that really had a nice performance. Saw them getting over towards the end circles. Teen was playing fantastic on that Wraith. And then you also have our boy Tempest coming through and being one of the most aggressive Watsons next to Matt Pickett. It was Team Pringles also on the left side of your screen, placing inside of the top 10, which is a great job by them because you could just see how stacked this lobby is.
We are getting ready for game number 1 here, and so I'm super excited. Went over to him, see exactly what we have. Okay, so he was able to pop that ultimate excel, which is going to be massive. So if that Watson generator does go down, they'll be able to pop another one here as Hill tries to get proactive. Bubble is forced out early on. He's not going to be able to really connect with that massive. Just backs away to his team, poking and prodding and not overcommitting to anything right now because they have one of the best positions currently in this game.
All they have to do is try to force these other teams into one another by pressuring and having presence over towards the top. So what Teen's doing is perfect. I like the way Hill's playing this as well. And there's no reason for your Watson, who doesn't have as good an armor as the other two, to go and make any type of crazy plays. So his job is just to continue to pop those ult excels, set up fences whenever they go and disappear, and make sure that you're not getting hit with any defensive bombardments or caustic ults. That's the key. So everyone really playing this well. Everyone playing it patient. Now we're going to get down to the nitty-gritty as this zone's going to come down to the final one.
And you're seeing excellent usage of the ordnance to make sure that they cannot just climb up onto them. And so they are, of course, trying to funnel the other teams into each other right now. Bubble coming out early on from third impact, but Jazaz is so low right now. Team Intel have tried it away during all of this. As right now, Intel are down to the 2. They back away, and now they are slowly getting choked out here. Tempest goes down. It's all up to Teen trying to use that Q to stay alive, and he will for now. It's the top 2, and it looks like LG will finish this one off, taking game number 1. We are getting ready quickly into game number 2. It looks like our competitors are ready to speed run the night because we are all super excited.
And the ult is going to land, but it's not going to connect quite yet, and that means the rest of the teams are going to push this.
Yeah, that's also going to allow Cooler that free rotation now to get on in. LG will be able to finish off NRG. Cooler tried to take advantage of that, but that is not a third party you want to try and push. You don't know how much damage was actually traded. And so Cooler now just playing on the low ground position. That also means that Hill was able to make it into the top 3 for his team. Now we'll just see if he can take advantage of this, if they commit onto a fight. But with this ring, it looks like Cooler are barely in. And so we'll see how much longer Hill can survive for this. Oh boy, he's spotted out now. They know he's there. Yeah. He's going to try and swoop on out, but there we go. We are now down to our top 2, Cooler versus LG, as LG are slowly trying to choke them out. There it is.
Just got the finger rolling on these guys right now.
They've got everything working out for them. They've got the caustic. The EMP was used, but that also means they can just pop out the drone just for the information.
That's the spot right there. There you go, Sonya. Love these angles being taken. That's enough damage for me to drop. I don't know what these guys are feeling. I'd be going for it right now. They're going to wait for this bubble to get away, and now they're just going to send it. It's going to be a portal capture coming in for Rugby. Are they going to be able to land it? It doesn't look like Rugby's able to. Oh, yes, he does get one. It's a Gibraltar, and he put it in the air so they can't come back. Big brain plays coming in for LG. These guys are nuts.
Oh boy, this is going to be 2 games in a row for LG. Will it be another 29-pointer? I don't think so, but still taking 2 back-to-back dubs. This is massive. We are quickly heading into game number 3 here. Now position to work with now. They will be a little bit exposed here, but it's about the crossfire being set up basically over by this respawn beacon.
This zone is so much fun to play. You have so many different spots and options to go from. And it can really house so many teams. It forces these little fights against these walls It's exactly what Liquid's doing right now. They're stuck underneath this bridge. You have a team on top of the bridge as well. There goes the knock. It's going to be Yuki from Cooler initially with the Mastiff. He gets finished, though, by Nocturnal, and only a sliver of health live. He goes and gets the armor swap and uses this bubble to try to stay alive as long as possible. Meanwhile, Rice Krispie Treats takes a ton of damage over from the side. Na'Vi getting some knocks over there onto Team Liquid. Sung now the last guy alive for his squad, just trying to stay alive. Doesn't have any arbor swaps within the vicinity. Best option would be to try to grab that banner, but he just gets ripped from the side. Meanwhile, Rogue with Fun as a duo looking pretty solid here. Are they going to get to a team of 3, or is this going to be a 2-stack? Looks like 2 players making their way over towards where Dropped is, trying to single him out. Sweet now laying down the cover fire.
Yeah, it's Na'Vi as a full 3 in this 3v2. They are stuck in this position, so they do know exactly where they are. Max Strafe is going to swing out, try and change the angle for his team. Sweet is able to pick up one. Now it's down to a 2v2 until Na'Vi finally answers back, but now it's a 1v1. Sweet has so much HP to work with. He's going to nade out. Nash should be able to finish him off, and there it is. Na'Vi actually take this. Yeah, I miscalled
Great
that
job
one.
by Rogue, though, as a duo.
We are heading into the second half of the evening tonight. We've got a short one going into game number 4. Their bubble is down, though, and the bubble has been used on the other side. Razor in a fight of their own here on the low ground, but they're trying to get involved. Try to get a knock onto the teams on the bridge. Hal with that massive. TSM have lost one, but Hal is still mowing them down. It's all up to Reps here on that Gibraltar. He might have the armor swap, and so we'll see. There we go. Going for the res now. 5 scanned right in front of Mercy. Only here. We're down to our top 3. And DSM can breathe a sigh of relief that they're the ones that were able to win that fight up on the high ground. They've got cover to work with. And so now, with the ring pulling away, though, they should have, of course, multiple tools to work with to get in on this. It's about what these other 2 teams do. Razor and whomever is on the other side. How hard do they focus on TSM on the high ground?
Oh, well, they should have focused them a long time ago. As soon as you see 2 players from TSM are down, you need to send that. Whether you portal over towards there, if you're Hakulo or whatever it is, you're the only player in position that has the abilities to go and do something there. Mercy probably should have been able to scan that, and there they finished that off. Those are 2 players over towards the side. Both those kills, I think, going on over to Snipe Down. So TSM just racking up some more points here and putting together their best game total. But if you have a duo and you see that TSM is weak, you have to go and try to finish that off. Those were 3 free kill points and the extra placement point there, and eventually you go to just out of 2v2 against Liquid as they had to push up from the high ground and all the way across the map. So unfortunate for Razor, they missed out on that opportunity. Now they're gonna have to go big in this 2 versus 3.
Crossfire was also set up on the right side now as Hakulo now down to a 1v3, and that will be TSM taking game number 4. And so we are getting ready to go into game number 5, our final 2 games of the 6 squad, 16 players remaining. So the Rat still surviving. Don't know if he'll be able to make it in from train. It's Third Impact. Now making the push here. There's a Caustic slowing them down. They haven't used the Revenant Portal. Revenant Totem. They don't have it. Just go ahead and toss in the nades and hope to connect. Don't give him any more tools at this point. He does have the digital threat, though, and it's a little bit difficult for him to see through all that. There is some cover for them to work with. There it is. He gets the knock, and they are just slowly choking out LG. Sonya goes down. Ronnie's next. Now there's just one final player remaining. Ziki will be able to finish them off, and now LG only making it into the top 6.
Not sure how Rice Krispie Treats is getting down in this type of instance. Meanwhile, NPL starting to infiltrate. You also have a fight going on with Applejacks over here. Nice shots right there with the Eve 8 and the Purple Bolt coming in from Ronnie. But you have Lion coming in with the Mastiff instead. He's going to get 2 finishes right there. And Ronnie goes in last guy alive in a huge fight. There's at least 4 teams inside this building. Third Impact comes in with another third party.
Yeah, Jazaz will be able to get the armor swap as well. He was the lowest on HP. Should be able to heal that right on up. 3 squads left. And I think the Rat might have worked getting the top 3 quite possibly. If we can swap around and see exactly where we are, what teams are remaining. There's one on the low ground. That's Klain. Leading out. Now, they're just playing with their food at this point.
Great job by Third Impact. This is an aggressive game. All the teams probably made a pact to go and charge one another so they could speed this one up and get ready because in 30 minutes new season is dropping. But Revenant on third impact. Zicky trying to get the 10 bomb. Will he be able to do it? That's going to be tough, and he gets 9 instead. Nice job by third impact. Big game from them. They were also within the top 10, so maybe we'll see them slide up the leaderboard and make a contestation against LG.
It's the final game of the evening here at Series E, as NPL are sitting pretty. They've got the PK, a Volt, gold armors, and Ronnie getting closer. Oh, there's a team right on top of them. They have to be careful here. They do see the Watson traps, and so now they are stuck inside this building. And now what is the play? Will they try to use the Gibraltar ultimate if we could swap on over to see exactly what that is like for them?
And you don't block the door, this is what happens. The rule is to block each door. The fact that no one's over here where Crust is making the perfect play, and that's what happens. That's how you get clapped.
Yeah, just a free opening for Sentinels to come in. And remember, we were talking about it. Yeah, they were able to recover. Oh, no. So Retsy's back on out, and Crust now wants to get revenge for his brother. We'll be able to finish off Nestle Pure Life. We'll see if they've got a mobile respawn beacon. If we could take a look at the map to see if there is a respawn beacon still available, but not in a position that's recoverable.
He's not expecting it to go over towards these houses, and now Pringle's going to be sitting pretty over here. Is it going to be Team Pringles? During Pringles week, winning the last game of Season 6. They're trying pretty hard over here as they stack up in a nerdy spot.
Yeah. If it is, it's scripted. If it isn't, then it's just how it worked out. We've got, it looks like, yeah, all full squads except for Sentinels, who did lose Retsy during all of that. I don't know if they had a mobile respawn beacon or anything to try and recover. Doesn't look like it so far. It's TSM now making the moves here, as they're here on the northern side, and they're trying to gatekeep Sentinels.
Yeah, they're going to do a pretty good job of it too, because I love the combination that Hal has. The 2x flatline with the PK here is the perfect mid-range, close-range combination. You see the flying in coming in. Pretty sure that's going to be Crust from Sentinels in the vicinity. He's going to get knocked. That blue skin gave that one away, but Senox is there to follow up damage. It's going to be a trade coming in from both sides, but TSM gets the fast res, and they're going to be A-okay. The other two teams are fighting it out, though. It's going to be LG going up against Team Pringles, trying to ruin the script. I don't think they got the net. They got the paperwork, but apparently Hundred's doing whatever he can to live, and now TSM is going to reap the most benefits out of this because they're not even involved in this fight, and they're going to be able to full heal coming in super healthy.
Full heal, and it's duos on either side here, and so TSM have the numbers to work with, as they will be able to finish off LG. Pringles now down into a 2v3. Casellas will pop that Phoenix. But again, it's a 2v3 versus TSM. They've got all the info as the scan comes in. Casellas pushes forward with him, but nope, TSM will be able to finish this one off. But with LG surviving until top 3 there, I think they walk away with the victory.
All right, so now you know how the teams did on Tuesday and Wednesday. Let's take a look at the overall scores from not just week 2, but also combining week 1 as well. There it is. Your combined leader is Team Razor right now, sitting at 248 points. How did they get those points? Well, it's been consistency for these guys, landing over towards Skyhook. Rockstar not too far behind him. If Rockstar can get it together on Wednesdays and win their 50-50s against Cooler, it's going to be a completely different story. But again, Intel, MPL, Applejacks, Pringles still right on their heels. I really like the way that Applejacks and Pringles have been able to play. We're seeing a lot of improvements throughout the entire time from all these teams. I'd say the one team I really want to see step it up right now is Team Rice Krispie Treats. That's going to be the team that won the ALGS 2 times ago in OT number 2. They're fully capable of coming back here and trying to take over number 1. So we'll see how they're going to be able to do. Team Pop-Tarts has a little bit of work cut out for them, but they're still also another capable team. So watch out for these teams coming through with a chip on their shoulder next week. All right, just in case you've been living under a rock, which I know you probably haven't, it's Season 7 time. It came out last night at 8 p.m. Pacific time. I'm sure you've all played it. It's Olympus, the new map, and it's absolutely a blast. So many different points of interest, but the map is beautiful in itself. The balancing changes to the guns are absolutely amazing. And most importantly, the R99 is back on the floor, so it's looking good. Prowler it's going to be inside of the care package. It's a little OP, so I'm glad that it's there. Everyone's starting to realize how big that burst fire can really do up close. But now, with this new season, means new meta changes are going to come around. I feel like how big the map is, Gibraltar is going to be really in play. Watson most likely not going to be as pivotal because there's not many buildings to hold inside of. Yeah, you're still going to have some good utility for her, but I feel like Caustic would end up being better. Pathfinder, he got some pretty good changes. Yeah, his hitbox may be a little bit bigger. It's remained to be seen with the amount of games that need to be played. But the most important thing is that his grapple has a different cooldown, and also high ground on these type of maps are very important. Rotations are going to be very important as well. So I feel like we're going to see Pathfinder coming back into the meta. We'll see what happens with the Series E teams because it's a great opportunity for them to go and test new things. And speaking of Series E, I want to make some predictions for who I think is going to pick it up next week. And we talked a little bit about Caustic. I feel like I want to see Sung on that Caustic here next week and really pick it up for Team Rice Krispie Treats. That's my dark horse for next week. They're the ALGS winners for the Autumn Circuit and online tournament number 2. They're fully capable of going from, I believe, 8th place right now in the standings all the way up to possibly taking out Team Razor. Can they get it done in 1 week? There's still a lot more weeks and work to have in front of them, but I feel like they haven't been playing to their full potential. So next week, my money's on Team Rice Krispie Treats. Now let's touch base on what happened in the ALGS this past week. It was on a Monday where we had the EU and NA teams duke it out. Let's talk about what happened in North America. It was TSM getting their first win with Snipedown on the roster. Reps Hal and Snipedown taking down NRG, who came in second place. NRG had a phenomenal Game 6. They won it and they took over the place from Complexity, who was looking extremely solid. Complexity lost a couple of players over there towards game number 6. They weren't able to put it together and lost just by a couple of points. A surprising turn of events was Team Razor. It was Razor Tricky, as we call them, coming in 4th place. They were looking so strong to start things off. I believe they won 2 of the first 3 games. They just weren't able to fend off TSM. There was just too much momentum on their side after the halfway point, and they really put together a great performance. So what's taking place next in the ALGS? Well, it's November 21st to the 23rd, so make sure that you register for online tournament number 4 here in the Autumn Circuit. You can make sure that you go up against the top teams and see where you go and stack up. It happens in rank sometimes, but nothing's like going and actually playing in these tournaments. You could also play in Series E every Tuesday, first 11 slots, first come, first serve. So make sure that you check it out. But it's going to be intense because we're not going to have Olympus in it. It's still going to be World's Edge. Are these teams going to go and continue to play Olympus and get used to the new map? Or are they going to just go for World's Edge exclusively and focus on the big money here in this tournament and the ALGS points?
Pringles flavors. Make new ones.
How much do you think Pringles paid these people?
Hardly anything. Hey, you guys want to stack different Pringles flavors to create new flavor combos? Here, I'll go first. Pizza, barbecue, and jalapeno. The spicy barbecue pizza stack. Get him!
Grandpa, what's going on?
Pringles. We're trapped in a Pringles commercial. They must have taken us in our sleep.
How can we get out?
We can't, Summer. They warned me this would happen, and I didn't listen. Stack Pringles, make endless new flavors. Stacking Pringles to make new flavors. Make endless new flavor and barbecue, wavy, and sour cream and onion equals a 3-layer dip stack.
All right, guys, at the end of every final circle, we do an interview. It's been Team Pringles week, so we might as well have Team Pringles here. They had a phenomenal last couple of days, guys. Welcome, welcome. Swagged out of your craniums, I see, especially Casellos.
Absolutely.
Put the glasses back on, man. We got to see the shades. Yeah, there it is.
Hell yeah, upside down too.
That's awesome. So the last couple of days, guys, you been playing pretty well. We'll go into what your placements were fairly shortly, but how have you guys been feeling over the last couple of weeks? Sink, we'll start with you.
Feeling pretty confident. We switched our comp a couple times, trying to test things out, rotation-wise, playing edge. So I would say we're developing more of a confidence as far as playing in these lobbies go.
Yeah, and hundreds. So you guys have been getting some pretty solid loot going down over towards the south side of the map, and then been able to possible third party going over towards sorting, possible third party going over towards Lava City. But I've been seeing some pretty decent rotations. How have you been feeling over the last 2 weeks? What kind of improvements have you guys been making?
I think we've always been really good at doing the placement thing. So we've been trying to focus more on exactly that. Like rotational third parties are always a good one. I feel like we've been having a good few weeks of just catching people at the right time. But yeah, we've always, one of our strongest points was always getting into zone and getting into those buildings, especially with the comp that we were strongest on. So I think we're trying to branch out a little bit, try out a few different legends and see if we can maybe mix in a more aggressive comp, maybe get that chemistry going a little bit.
Yeah, I forgot to mention, thanks for taking your time out from the Season 7 grind so far. I'm sure you guys all played last night. Casellas, I want to get your thoughts. Seems like you're feeling so good. You must love what's going on with Season 7 right now.
I do. I really like the map, honestly. It's such a good map, and the R9's back on the floor. That's the biggest thing, to be honest.
That is the biggest thing, and it seems to be shooting the same and all that stuff. Did you guys play together last night? Did you guys try to go and push a rank grind, or is that going to happen today?
No, we
tried last night, but my game was super bugged out, and I had to repair it, and it took like an hour or so to repair. So they just both got off, and then I just played some pubs. Got used to the R9 again. Feels good on controller.
It does. Reset for today. Get ready for today. I personally like landing on over to Bonsai Plaza. So if you guys ever see anyone over there that's slaying out on Pathfinder, that's going to be me. That's a great spot to land hundreds. What do you think, man? What do you think on Olympus? Where's your spot, and how much time did you put in Season 7 so far?
We really haven't played much, and like in terms of knowing where to land, like we've just been. At least for me, I've just been trying to land in as many different locations as possible. And it gets kind of difficult, I think, for players who maybe are accustomed to like that close range combat, running Mastiff, R9, because this map kind of has a lot of open ground and maybe it doesn't favor it. And I think that's interesting of a dynamic to have a map maybe that doesn't favor that composition. So you have to maybe flex a little bit, and but so far from what it seems, it looks like the map is completely different than anything we've played before, and it'll be cool.
There's a lot of spots to fall off on the map. Just warning you guys. Like, you may think that.
I've seen some clips already.
Yeah, you may think that you're safe going up somewhere, but yeah, there's a lot of opportunities for some cool wraith portals and baits and things like that. Let's talk about your guys' team compositions and what you guys have been tweaking out. What did you guys start with? Where are you guys leaning towards right now, Casellos?
Right now, I feel like we have to run a comp with Gibby. I feel like the meta right now, early zone, just does not work in this meta. It really doesn't. With how everyone is fighting, and then they're just gonna have to get a gear for you in the end. But so I think Gibby, Pathfinder, Wraith right now is probably gonna be our comp. I would say that's a good one for us right now.
Yeah, interesting to see which teams are kind of ditching on Watson, et cetera, because back in the day, she used to be able to put multiple alts down. She would just own so much real estate inside these buildings, but things are starting to switch up. And when you look at what's going on with Olympus, and we know that it's going to be adapted a little bit later on, there's not many buildings or spots where you're going to kind of set up camp and do things. So when you have Pathfinder, so you can go and hit the zip lines and make fast rotations or get the high ground, you can also have Gibraltar to go and play edge, and you can also, full send on teams with a pretty aggressive composition right there. So I like that composition. I think that if you had to go and you had to play ranked, that's extremely strong too. But it's a matter of, is it going to be Bloodhound? Is it going to be Pathfinder? And it just depends on, is your Pathfinder a natural Pathfinder player, and is your Gibby a natural Gibby player? So who is actually switching on over to Pathfinder now and taking over that stink? Is that you?
Yeah, I'm on Pathfinder. Hundreds was on Gibraltar, and Casellas was playing Wraith. I would say we've tried each of us on every role. I would think all of us are capable of doing it. Like, we're all individually skilled enough on each legend. It's just more of a team synergy type of thing, playing around Gibraltar, etc.
All right, so let's talk about these jerseys, because I'm jealous that I don't have one. How comfortable are they, first of all? And what's it been like competing in an actual league consistently?
Very comfortable.
With a partner like Pringles. Has that been awesome for you guys, Hundreds?
Yeah, of course. It's nice, just the amount of support we've gotten just from the Apex community in general. It's weird because we didn't expect to be a crowd favorite, but somehow it's becoming that. And there's a lot of pressure on us to put up the numbers and do better each week. Definitely feeling it.
That's good. Has your streams been, reciprocating all of the love, and has it been awesome for you guys to have something to look forward to compete in every single time? Does your streams get hyped for that?
At least for me, I think, like I mentioned the last time in the interview, that like the transition was definitely a rough one, but I think now it's kind of gotten back into, okay, maybe competitive is fun to spectate, and I think we're getting more people who maybe would have never looked at competitive, and now they're kind of interested. I've been seeing them a lot in the. We'll go back and watch the VODs, and I see people in the chat of Esports Arena Twitch, and it's exciting seeing that. It's cool seeing people understanding what competitive is going to be like for casual players, even, right? So
yeah. And you got the Pringles emote, man, coming in
yeah.
with the emojis, with the
emojis
too. Also, I'm pretty sure if you have an iPhone, you can go and use your emojis when you're texting people too. I just learned that a couple months ago, so make sure you guys go and use that. Yeah. So if you're watching and you didn't know that, you can go and take any emote from anyone that you're subscribed to, I think, and go and text people that. So it's a lot of fun.
Oh, that's cool.
All right, so who turned me on to the pizza flavor? Someone was saying that last time.
That
Who
was me.
Was it one of you guys? That was you. All right, the pizza flavor
that's
is pretty
one of my
fire.
favorites.
I'm coming in hot with the barbecue. Did you guys got the jerseys? Did you get the care package yet?
We did. No, from Pringles and Dunks, no.
Yeah, we haven't gotten
our
care package yet, so.
It's coming. Oh, it's coming. You guys are going to be flooded with chips. I think I'm eating two things a day when I said I wouldn't eat two. I don't.
Yeah.
So
we've been adding Pringles to the diet lately.
It really has become a part of my everyday diet. But listen, the last 2 days, you guys have been picking it up and doing really well. Congratulations. I'd like to see you guys keep up that momentum and continue to master whatever composition you guys are going to play. And good luck in Season 7. It's going to be fun watching you guys, figure out where you guys are going to go and figure out what you guys are going to run composition-wise. But I think that you're onto the right path with Pathfinder, with Gibby, and with Wraith. I really don't think Watson's going to become much of the meta. Again, like you said, it depends on what your team's style is and what your composition is, and it seems to be working for you guys. So congratulations, and we'll see you next week in Series E.
Yeah,
thanks.
Thank you.
Hey, shake it, kiddo. Love Dad. Oh.
Kellogg's Rice Krispies Treats. A little love when it's needed.
It's Kellogg's, Fruit Loops, Apple Jacks, Corn Pops, Tiger Paws, they're Jumbo.
Jumbo snacks, snack time heroes. Go take them on the go. Cereal, Maggie
It's Jumbo. It's your snack hit. It's Jumbo Snacks.
Cheese It snapped. How's it taste? It's so thin, crispy, and cheesy. And I just want to keep eating it. And eating it. They love them.
Snapped. So good we may run out of cheese.
Imagine you love frosting and filling.
I do love frosting and filling.
Oh, well, imagine if there was a way to enjoy that delicious goodness anywhere, anytime, out of the toaster, out of the box, out of one of those baggy thingies, with nothing but a thin layer of foil between you and...
Pasta.
Yes, Curtis. This is a commercial about pasta.
I love it.
Frosting and filling for your pasta.
I like pesto.